Operation Maelstrom. Right there.
Man, it's gotta be big. Like really big. We gotta start this episode like big. Like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man big. Like huge, big.
So big, you say. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of the time you tried to drill a hole in your head.
Hey, that would have worked if you hadn't stopped me. Oh, hey, how are you? Welcome to another episode of Greetings from Derbyland, the only online internet web series that ain't afraid of no ghosts. I'm the new Jersey Knight.
I'm the voice of Virginia, KVD.
And we're here to talk to you about the always hustling, ghost-busting events that are taking place in our little section of the map of Derbyland. Hopefully a larger, broader section of the map of Derbyland as Season 2 goes on. And speaking of our section of the map of Derbyland, we went down to the Roller Dome in Richmond, Virginia this past Sunday, April 17th, to see Mother State Roller Derby play. Now, I know what you're thinking, and yes, I can read minds, you know. Well, I can't.
Oh, no, we proved it behind the glass. I was holding up cards.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, so who did they play?
Well, back to my brain-altering vibes, which I don't have. Who are they playing? They were playing themselves. Now, how can they play themselves? They only got like 6 people.
How did you know what I was going to ask?
Back off.
Okay.
I'm a scientist.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yeah, no, they only have 6 people. How can they play 3-on-3?
We heard stories about how they would put up 200 points before halftime with only 6 skaters. How is this possible? I'll tell you how it's possible. They doubled. More than doubled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Their league.
My.
Yeah.
It's quite a much bigger team. It was the gray versus black game, Mother State versus Mother State. We had to be involved. We were going to go down and cover this anyway. They happened to ask us to announce it, which was really cool to be a part of history for that league. But let's go ahead and take a look at some bout footage.
Yes.
All right, here we have friend of the show, Jessica, now they call her Ray Ugarte, wearing the star for Team Black.
Teresa Gross approaching the jam line for Team Gray.
They actually do call her Ray now, which is kind of nice.
Which is fantastic.
Feel like we've won.
Yes.
I do apologize for any of the footage kind of moving all over the place. I was calling the bout while filming it, which made for a really interesting experience.
Yeah, but we did get the superfan there.
You're darn right we did. So this is the question of what happens when the much feared Mother State takes on the much feared Mother State, and a lot of this.
Yes.
Very clean bout. See our friends Beard Zerker and Maully Rinkwald there. Team Gray finally, after one full rotation, getting lead jammer.
Teresa Gross, one of her 5 lead jams for that evening.
It's insane that it took that long to get through. Great hit there from number 13 on Team Black,
Nikki Towner. And for all you X-Files fans out there, 1013.
We've got Nikki Towner wearing the star for Team Black.
Kristy Pavlica wearing the star for Team Gray.
And Nikki Towner already broken through, already the jammer.
Before I can even finish, Nikki Towner breaks on through.
That's what she does. Nikki Towner definitely one of the breakout stars among a team of breakout stars. It says a lot. Oh, just a thing of beauty getting through the pack there. You see, again, it's a clean bout. There's really not a lot outside of the walls are great and the jammers are great.
Nikki Towner had a great game. Also had 5 lead jam status. 3 on Team Black, 2 on Team Gray.
True. All right, here we have Kate Merriweather wearing the star for Team Black.
Aaron Willis wearing the star for Team Gray.
What I remember, Kate didn't jam, oh, there we go, lead jammer, didn't jam a lot. But when she did, she was super effective.
Yes, enough to have 3 lead jam status.
In maybe 6 tries. I mean, she was...
Yeah,
it wasn't much.
I don't remember. In a bout where everyone had pretty much everyone had their go at jamming.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just a few. They had, I think the whole team had a chance.
Oh, yeah. But definitely a good secret weapon kind of jammer there. Not to take anything away from Willis. Breaking right on through there as if nobody existed. Good job on her part.
As Kate Merriweather calls off the jam there.
Okay, so here we have Kirsten O'Neill wearing the star 14 black.
Hannah Simpson wearing the star 14 gray.
Now, I believe we're in the second half here, and you can see a little bit of a momentum shift on a couple of these clips. Where Team Gray was down in the first half. There we go, lead jammer.
Hannah Simpson, lead jammer, 1 of 6 this evening.
We're going to talk about that a little bit more in the bout wrap-up, but yeah, Team Gray on their own was coming back in the second half, and boy howdy.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me for being very southern there.
Yeah, Team Black had a rather large lead at halftime. They swapped a player for a player.
Rachel Thomas here wearing the star for Team Black.
Kristy Pavlica once again wearing the star for Team Gray. Rachel Thomas with a fantastic game.
Fantastic derby career.
As we can see right there, takes lead jam status, 1 of her 8.
Yeah. And she's just like a wrecking ball whenever she's out there. And this isn't necessarily her best of the jams.
Mm-hmm.
But just a great showing from everybody throughout this whole bout. Rachel just does not give you an opportunity to even block her. The apex jump on the inside.
Jam is called off.
And that's the bout.
Yes.
A quick one. My God. It's hard to think of things to say about it because it just happened so fast.
It did. It happened in real time pretty much.
Yeah.
Like there was one timeout in the first half, one timeout in the second half, a literal 5-minute halftime. That's not like, oh, it's 5 minutes. It's an actual 5-minute halftime.
Yes. Yes, it was. And I mean, it was a good clean bout, too. So there was really not that many penalties. Nobody got ejected. There was no question of it. I think, maybe 3 or 4 penalties for one player would have been the tops. I mean, it was really clean. It's a lot of fun. Next time they do one, you should be there.
Absolutely. We might be there, too.
Oh, probably. We had to be a part of this historical bout. But speaking of historical bout, what was the score of this historical bout?
Team Black, 146. Team Gray, 177. So Team Gray, a little bragging rights.
Yeah, and depending on how you look at it, it's either the closest game you're ever going to see with a Mother State score, or because it's technically both Mother State, it's the score you're used to. 300,000 to nothing. Right. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. And we've got people we want to talk to.
Yeah, the last 2 jammers that you saw in that last clip, Rachel Thomas and Kristy Pavlica, I think, again, that mind reading ability that I don't have, I think you're going to see them again here in a minute. Yeah,
and definitely in a minute, because first we want to mention, I don't know if you noticed, there's kind of a theme this time.
This guy's constantly copying me at every aspect of his life. Every breath he can muster, he's constantly copying me. And I'm like, I'm going to wear my Ghostbusters jersey. He's like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to wear my Ghostbusters shirt.
Yeah, you can tell by the beard.
Well, that's just unfortunate for you that you can't.
Yeah, I agree. I shaved like a year ago.
Yeah.
But
I shaved yesterday.
This shirt, love this one. This one popped him. All jokes aside, popped Pez when we showed him earlier. This is one of those 24-hour tees from RIPTapparel.com, my sponsor for my wardrobe this season. These are the kind of t-shirts you can get for $11. They ship them out pretty quick, but once they put them up for a day, they're gone. And they're hard to find if you want to try to find them again.
You could probably find them on eBay here and there, but they cost way more.
Yeah, sometimes you can find them on other sites that from the artists, but they're definitely twice the price.
Don't get them there.
Forget the twice the price garbage. Go to RIPTapparel.com, get them for $11. Or use the promo code GFDerbyland and save yourself 15% off. That definitely covers, let's see, shipping. But if you get not just a t-shirt, let's say you buy 2 t-shirts, or you buy a t-shirt and a hoodie, or the coasters, or the journals, so you can save even more money off of that to make GF Derbyland's code work for you. Again, that's GF Derbyland at RIPTapparel.com, the best pop culture tees. You prognosticated something a little bit earlier.
I am, with my mind-reading ability that I don't have.
Right. Why don't you go do the interviews then?
Okay. I'm still not used to this set. Where's the exit? Do I go here?
Oh my.
Do I go?
Hmm?
Where do I go? Oh, okay. I'm here with Rachel Thomas from Mother State Roller Derby. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good.
All right, we take us back to the bout. I saw very, very quick feet, very, very fast. What are some exercises that you do personally to get yourself quicker on your feet?
We definitely do a lot of footwork drills. I would say, besides endurance, our in scrimmage, it's basically endurance, footwork, and scrimmages. Basically all we do. So there's a lot of fast twitch movements and a lot of moving your body in different ways to figure out where your feet, how to move your feet and move your body with it. And then you start with that, basically going slow, getting the footwork down, and then you speed it up, and then basically go as fast as you can to see what your body will do in a situation where you may not normally get out, but then it kind of kicks in naturally.
Because everyone has their own different
Style.
different style, different flair to it. For someone who wants to become, into roller derby, what are some things that you could suggest, like a fresh meet, or for someone who's new to the sport, that they can do before they start getting into roller derby?
When I started, I did not weight train, so that was something I didn't do before derby, and actually got into CrossFit for derby, and then I found a love for CrossFit and for lifting. And I would say lifting will change your game dramatically. I'm sure if you ask any pro roller derby player, they all lift weights.
Are we talking like heavyweights, or just kind of light?
It depends on your body and what you think you need. I prefer to lift heavy, but I also do isolation and low reps. So I like to switch it up because I feel like you want to be able to move. You want your body to be strong in many different ways. So being able to push a girl really far is great, but if you can't push her fast and far, it's not necessarily the best situation.
Well, I'd like to end on fun with this. You sound very, very healthy. What is your favorite junk food? The one you just like, this is my cheat day, and I'm just gonna binge on this.
Yeah, and then you can say, well, this is what we saw.
I like pasta. I love carbs. I love and not the good carbs.
That term kind of snuck its way into the dictionary the past 10 years of good carbs, bad carbs.
I like bad carbs.
I like bad carbs.
And I like sugar.
I'm Italian.
Me too.
I like pasta.
And
give
bread.
me pasta and bread. Give me rolls, and all stuff. But
all in moderation.
Never.
No.
Not for an Italian. Rachel Thomas, for Mother State Roller Derby. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys.
I'm here with Mother State Roller Derby, Kristy Pavlica. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. I might be sore tomorrow.
Isn't everyone sore after a roller derby? Even me, and I just stand there. You actually get in there. Yeah. But take us back. You, I just interviewed Rachel Thomas, and she was very, very quick. What are some things that you do to make yourself quick and get yourself better foot control?
Well, I try skating outside. I go to skate parks with skateboarders, and I try to, test myself and my ability and level in different areas, not just in roller derby here on the track. We do trail skates for endurance, as well as the different type of terrain, and it's more difficult, so it tests different muscles. And then there's CrossFit is one of our sponsors, and they offer a multitude of different workout methods. I like doing push-ups. I don't know.
Push-up girl?
Yeah.
Like it?
Yeah, and lifting kegs.
Kegs. Apparently she's got a brewery here, okay? Well, she works at a brewery. Yeah. What brewery are you working at?
I'm working at Ardent Craft Ales. It's a newer brewery. We've only been around for just shy of 2 years, and it's awesome. I mean, beer.
I'll check out a new brewery absolutely anytime. So you let us know.
Heck yeah.
We'll come down. We're only an hour away. So
if you come down, a lot of times I put together little gift baskets for the raffle prizes.
Did you put together a gift basket?
Not this one, but I
Because
did.
that was so sweet. Like wow, they're feeding us. Like we need more food, but they're feeding us.
Well, you know, it's a nice thing to do.
It is. It was a very, very sweet gesture.
Yeah.
You also raised chickens.
Yes.
Please tell me, how does one get into this field, this profession?
Well, actually, I had a roommate that already had the chickens, and she wanted to move in, and she asked me if she could bring chickens, and I said, sure. Well, she had to move out and wasn't able to take the chickens with her, and
Stuck
so
you with the
I
chickens.
was happily the caretaker of the chickens, and since then I've accumulated more. Because the predators near the river like to get the chickens. So, yeah.
Is it free range?
Yeah, they're free range. All over my quarter-acre yard, right in the city. So, yeah.
So you
pretty
have
cool.
you have like this farmland in the middle of the city.
Almost.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Yep. So.
That just seems to fit.
Yeah, it works out. You know, I'm kind of quirky like
And
that.
I've never had like the freshest egg. How are fresh eggs?
Well, they're so much different from the eggs that you buy in stores. The yolks are orange. They're not yellow.
Really?
And they,
How does that affect its taste?
well, they taste a little bit stronger. They have more flavor. I mean, they taste what I think eggs should taste like. But yeah, I mean, I've learned so much owning chickens, and really, it's not too hard as long as you lock them up at night. The predators won't get them, and you're all good to go. You get eggs all the time, and everybody loves fresh eggs. So.
Absolutely. I've never had like an absolute like fresh egg.
Yeah.
Leave on a fun one here.
Next time, I'll bring some fresh eggs and I'll put them in your
beer.
basket.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
All right.
Leave you on a fun one
Yeah.
here. What is your favorite egg dish to make?
Quiche. I'm known for my quiches. I make a bacon spinach
You're
quiche.
just, you're
that
just
is
checking all the checklists on my.
absolutely delicious. So good. So, yeah.
If you said zucchini, I'd have to just like, I'm going home with her tonight so she can cook me this amazing egg zucchini dish.
Yeah.
But that sounds great. Sounds great. Kristy, Pavlica. I almost said Pavlica. Pavlica.
Pavlica, yes.
Mother State Roller Derby.
Thanks, everybody.
Can't find my way back.
Use the door.
Oh.
All right.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty cool interviews.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Just some really great girls at Mother State. Now, I called about in February with Sasha, Kim Deal With It. They gave me a nice little thank you note, which we put up on the Instagram. And of course, they had to outdo themselves by giving us a thank you basket. Had a lot of goodies in it, some water, some granola bars, and some candy. And it gone.
Yeah.
It gone.
Candy first.
Candy
Admittedly,
first. Yes.
from such a healthy league, they
Yeah.
said, well, you know, you guys look like you eat chocolate. And we said, well, we do.
And we're like, hey, wait a minute. And we're like, well, yeah, we do. And they're like, we're so fit, you take the unhealthy stuff.
That's true. And we will, because
And
that's a service that we offer for people
do.
we care about. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got some news.
Yes.
One really just insane story. I can't even believe this is a thing. I wouldn't have even known that this was a thing if it wasn't for some of our friends up north in Maine. But apparently, last year when 540 went up to play at Coastal Chaos, they were breaking the law.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Breaking the law. They were. Apparently, roller derby was illegal in the state of Maine. And not just roller derby. It, actually, the sport wasn't illegal. It was making contact with somebody else while on skates. So there's a lot of things that are
So
illegal.
roller derby was illegal in Maine.
Absolutely 100% illegal. And a couple months ago, before the season started, Team Maine and several other teams up there were actually physically showing up to petition the sports
In
commission.
gear.
It was, oh God, I
It was
love them.
pretty adorable.
God, I love them. They're the best. Team Maine heart. But apparently it worked out well. The sporting commission thought that it was just as ridiculous as everybody else at home thinks this is. And as of this last week, roller derby is legal in Maine. We have won. We shall overcome.
And for all fans of FRD, they did that as 540.
Mm-hmm.
So when they go back, they're like, we're going to arrest you for what you did. No, that was 540.
No, it's a totally different league.
That's 540. This is
Totally.
FRD.
Yeah, FRD's fine. Totally
Yeah.
different league. We
Totally
didn't
different
violate anything.
Nope.
Which is a good thing because 2 weeks?
Yeah.
3? Something?
Something like that. May 6th through the 8th, Mother's Day weekend.
we're going to be at Coastal Chaos. And I will tell you this much. One thing I can say for certain, now that we've talked to some of the people up there, we will at least be filming an episode of Greetings from Derbyland live in front of a studio audience while at Coastal Chaos to wrap up the weekend. Though if you want Bout footage, you're going to have to go to Nerd Derby's channel. That's NER Derby, New England Roller Derby Report is what it stands for. And watch the footage yourself, because they're going to be streaming the whole tournament. And they've been doing this a couple times. They're the ones that did Battle of the All-Stars, which means we'll also be on broadcast that whole weekend.
And they're pretty quick with putting up archives, right?
Yeah, I want to say it was like within a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes they had them up by the end of the day. And Battle of the All-Stars, it was like twice the amount of bouts, and they were still pulling that off. So it's good for them.
That's just how good they are.
It's very true. So make sure to check out for that. That's going to be fan-freaking-tastic.
I can't wait. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Rock Coast Rollers are putting that on.
Mm-hmm.
So much love to them for doing this. I believe it's the second Coastal Chaos, I think.
I think
540 was part of the first one. And they were asked back. Now it's Fredericksburg Roller Derby. We're going to be going up there. It's going to be such fun. Much excite. And speaking of excite and fun, we have other things that I didn't pull up. So I'm just going to keep going and pretending like I'm prepared. Look at that. Boom. Summer Affair brought to you by the Cleveland Guardians. Yes. We already talked about this last week. Quadzilla, The Smacktivist, Tank, Just Wing It, Bootyquake, Next Level Skate Shop, Antic, Greetings from Derbyland is going to be up there. You've got Champ Unkind is your head announcer. You've got London Mauling is the man pulling the strings behind the scenes. Again, it's the Cleveland Guardians pulling it off. We've got a lot that we're working on. We still can't talk about what we're doing with that one, but that's going to be in August.
Once we know, you know.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's going to be the weekend of the 12th in
August 12th through the 14th. In
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, August 12th through the 14th.
Yeah.
In a suburb of Cleveland, Euclid.
Yes. So Cleveland-esque. In the same way that we are Northern Virginia.
Right.
Even though we're not really anything in Fredericksburg. Make sure we're going to put links in the show notes for both of those. If you can't be there, then, well, at least for Coastal Chaos, watch it. Hopefully something like that comes to fruition for Summer Affair. We'll see.
We're working on it.
You never know. You never know. That's the one thing. The only thing for sure is nothing's for sure. That's the truth. So, yeah, I mean, really, it's kind of a light week on news.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to talk about other than the big, epic overcoming victory for legalizing roller derby in Maine. I feel like we're talking about legalizing pot at that point. Like,
so ridiculous.
Like, church, oh my God. I can't even believe it was a thing. Thankfully, the state of Maine
it's not a thing anymore.
And Maine couldn't realize why it was a thing either. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode.
Yeah.
Make sure to comment below. Let us know what you think of the show, things that we can add to it to make it better for you. You're the reason we do this.
That little subscribe button, click it.
It's sexy. You should click it. Click it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, actually, only click it once because I don't want you to unsubscribe.
Yeah. Unless it's an even amount of clicks.
That's true. Or you can click that and then click the share button and let all your friends know about the show, which has been happening the last couple of weeks. And we're getting a lot of fans in a lot of places. And I have to say it, because we've noticed this in the off season, it's picking back up.
We are huge in Mexico City.
Yeah, so hi to all of our friends.
Hola.
Down there in Mexico City. There's a lot of them, and that's awesome. You should contact us. We would love to make a thing, maybe even for next season, because we've got a lot of travel we're doing this season.
Right.
Other than that, you've seen the sign on the side of the road that says you're exiting Derbyland. I'm KVD.
New Jersey Knight.
Good night, and thank you. I mean, I've seen crazier things specifically this week.
Yeah.
Pizza.